Did you see that? I can't believe it. 3 weeks from now, I'm on the schedule to speak again. What am I going to talk about? I mean, doing a 5 to 7 minute speech takes hours of prep time. I got to build my slide deck. I mean, 10 slides? Really? Is that even enough? Do I need to add 4 or 5 more? And when I get up to deliver the speech, if I just anchor myself behind the lectern, do I think that maybe people won't see that my knees are knocking and my stomach is up in my throat and I'm like so freaked out? You guys may not believe this, but 5 years ago, that was me, here, as we were starting this club. I want you to compare and contrast that to what happened to me 3 weeks ago in Arizona. When I walked into a club that I had visited before, in February, but I walked into the IT Cats Toastmaster Club, and all of their speakers had canceled for that day. And I walked up and gave the only speech of the day on about 5 to 10 minutes notice. And they do their speeches first. Their meeting is backwards. So they do the speeches first and then the table topics. So very little prep time. How do you get from freaking out about a 5-minute speech to walking up and giving a speech on 5 minutes of notice? It is actually not that hard. And today I'm going to share with you my secrets for success in doing it. There are really only 2. The first is embrace change. You have to embrace the idea that wherever you are, you need to change. The second, lean into the problem. Let me explain this a little bit. Embracing change. If you are having an issue, and everybody in here has signed up and committed to at least exploring the idea of change. If you were absolutely perfect at everything you did, you would not need to be here today. I certainly needed to be here 5 years ago. It's horrible. And the scary part was I had improved vastly over the years. I wasn't actually just starting out. It was a very scary thought. But embracing change is a personal commitment to yourself. It says, I'm willing to let go of something in order to move to a new place. I was not doing the presentations and speaking and communicating as effectively as I would have liked to, and it was holding me back. And as scary as it was, change is a scary word. And I had to own up to that and say, I am going to change. Once you have committed to change, the second thing is to lean into the problem. Leaning into a problem means bringing all of your resources to bear. Your intelligence, your creativity, your passion, leveraging the resources available. In TechMasters, when we started out 5 years ago, Mike was our sponsoring member, and one of the best things that I did right from the beginning was I volunteered to be the Vice President of Education, back when our schedule really was a work of fiction. Not like now where it's only partially a work of fiction. That was definitely outside my comfort zone at that time. And I said, you know what, I'm going to step up because I want to move my career and my personal self forward. Stepped up, and it was the best thing that I ever could have possibly done. Today, if you were here in this room, some of the resources you can bring to bear, leaning into the problem of moving over whatever it is that's tripping you up, prepare. Prepare. We have several materials. We have all the Toastmaster manuals. I'm doing the manual speech today. Do the manuals. Go through it. That's the Toastmaster program. We also have our role guide, which tells how we implement the Toastmaster program here. It's very important. And the other thing that we don't often talk about is our mentoring program. We have a phenomenal mentoring program. If you are not taking advantage of the mentoring program, you're wasting half of your time here every week, at least. When we started, it took us forever to figure out how to do this. It took 3 years to get the mentoring program up and running. When you're here, you leverage those resources, you prepare. Then practice, practice, practice. Take on that role. Baskin did a great job today. He's the hot seat. He stepped up and walked in the door. Take that on personally every week. Be prepared. Look at the schedule. See what's open. Hey, you know, if there's somebody that's scheduled not to be here, I may need to step up or have an opportunity to step up, to give a speech, to do table topics, to do something. Be prepared. And when the opportunity is there, raise your hand. Practice. Okay? This room is a soft landing zone. It is okay. You will fail. You will stretch. You will try things, and you will fail. But you are not a failure if you learn from your mistakes. People, in general, are like rubber bands. You come in, you're just stretching a little bit. You're not really outside of your comfort zone. When you're here in Toastmasters, commit to stretch outside of your comfort zone. Make it a habit every day to do something that we develop a habit of stepping outside your comfort zone. And I'll just give you an example. In TechMasters, that could mean if you normally write your speeches out longhand several times, try doing them on an index card with bullet points. If you normally do your speeches with index cards and bullet points, try doing them without notes at all. If you're the Toastmaster, try running the meeting backwards, just to do something different. If you're normally a little quiet, mousy person, turn up the volume a little bit. Be bold. Develop the habit of stepping outside your comfort zone every single day. Because the challenge is not just to kind of poke it, change a little bit with a stick. The challenge is to embrace change, to stretch, and not just stretch a little bit, but to fly outside of your comfort zone. Mr. Toastmaster.